Hey, just wanted to come back and do a little update on the high tunnel. Um, it's been a week or two since we've been in here, and it has exploded. I don't know if you can see behind me, but it's insane. I have to go in and start tying some stuff up because everything is just kind of falling over. I have been into water, but I haven't fertilized in a bit, so I'm going to try to get that done tonight. I just want to show you how everything's going. Haven't been really active the last week. I was sick and then got better, and we found out one of our dogs is terminally ill, and it's it's been a week. It's been a very difficult week. Um, but anyway, I wanted to do an update, show you the growth. I want to make sure I'm recording all this stuff so I can remember for next year what I want to do differently, what I want to do the same. And of course, a lot of you have been asking how it's all doing. So I'm going to flip you around and show you what I'm dealing with, and then I'm going to go in and tie stuff up and show you what it looks like. Let's get this flipped. All right. As you can see, the tomatoes have completely reached the top. The melons and the cucumbers are getting there. You know what, I'm going to zoom this out a bit so it's a little easier to see. There. We have visitors. Hi, girls. They hear me talking over here and they think I have food. So yeah, the peppers are doing really well. The melons and cucumbers aren't doing too bad. I have had a serious issue with rodents, rats, I'm sure it is. Have been eating all the cucumbers along the bottom, and even getting some a little higher. I think I've harvested two cucumbers out of here so far, and I wanted to make pickles, which is unfortunate. But you can see the tomatoes are like all fallen down, and they've just all gone all crazy. So I gotta get in and tie them up. This is my toy that I've been talking about. It's on a few different YouTube channels, and this thing is fantastic. You do one snap to get it to come out, and then I'm trying to show you, go around, and then obviously I would have this tied to something. Squeeze it, and it staples it together. I just love it. It's so easy. I might not love it so much when I gotta rip them all off at the end of the season before I can compost my plants, but for now, it's working. And this side is even more of a jungle. I can't really get through. I mean, I can push through, but I'm also scared of spiders, like everybody knows, so I gotta make sure I get rid of the spider webs first. And I realized this isn't working. I really wanted it to, but they're just too big. They're just not going to produce the pumpkins they would have. I don't know if you can see. We have one fertilized up there. So this plant, actually it's not even this plant, it's a different one, is going to have one pumpkin. If it was outside, it would have had, probably 5 or 6. There's a couple down that way. I'll show you after I tie everything up, but it's pretty much an epic fail. So I will not be putting pumpkins and winter squash in here next year. Definitely doing tomatoes again because this is just fantastic. And because there's no blight in the soil back here, because I've never grown tomatoes back here, the plants are staying really, really healthy. The ones in the front are just, they're goners. Now the cucumbers and the melons, I feel like are probably okay to do in here. But the squash, the winter squash and pumpkins, definitely not. But we'll see. Anyway, let me get things tied up. It's probably going to take me a bit. And then I'll bring you back and show you how everything's going. Alright, we're back. We've got most of the stuff tied up. And then I figured I'd just take you for a quick little tour. You can see we have some cucumbers growing. Hopefully we'll actually get a harvest. These are supposed to be the pickling ones. And we've got lots of peppers. Let's see, can you see some of the snacking ones? I know there's some Carmen ones that are, yeah, they're so heavy that the poor plant can't support them anymore. I'll have to remember for next year to support them a little better. Some more of the little baby cucumbers. And then we move into some melons. We have one growing. So excited. Number 2. I'm pretty sure that's it. We have a couple questionable watermelons. It's so late now. It's, I don't know, 23rd, 24th of August, something like that. I don't know if these will mature, but you know what? It is what it is. And they're also getting powdery mildew. I know that sun's kind of at a weird angle right now. I really need fans in here. I'll know that for next year. Even though we have all these windows, there's like 12 windows. What is it? 6 on this side and 6 on the other, and then we leave the door open all the time, and the wind is constantly blowing, but the moisture just builds up in here, the humidity, and it's not good on the leaves. So there's some more peppers. Peppers are doing fantastic on this side. The other side, not so much. Ooh, I missed a little one. Let's tuck them over here. Yeah, I don't know. Some of these pollinate or not. And these are the longer cucumbers, the more like slicing varieties. So they're starting to produce better. Couple are still dying off, and I think again that was bacterial wilt from the cucumber beetle. And we have more powdery mildew. I know I could be spraying these with stuff, but I'm just running an experiment this year. We get what we get. I'll figure out what to do better next year. I don't want to start spraying. Yeah, there's the ones that are growing up high are looking healthier. Our little tomatillo plants. And as you can tell, no trellising. That's life lately though. And here's some tomatoes. Ooh, something just fell on me and I hope it wasn't a spider. Some cherries. Looking nice. Cherry plants are really growing. Look, that's one of those pumpkin squash plants. Coming over this side now. These plants have grown a little bit, but not too much. They do have tomatoes on them though. I am seeing a lot more tomatoes, which is making me very happy because I was quite concerned thinking I had big beautiful plants and no tomatoes, because I'm basically getting nothing off the tomatoes in the front yard. That's a whole other story. Kind of see them all over the place. And then these guys have all reached the top. But there's nice tomatoes all in there. Hello, spider. And the plants just look so healthy. There's nothing bothering them. Like I said, I've never had tomatoes back here, so I guess the blight never made it back. And because they're not getting rained on, they're looking really good. Now, this kind of looks like a jumbled mess because I was tying them. So I kind of had to push the plants in. In a day or two, they'll, you know, right themselves. See, these ones were laying right on the ground. It had fallen over so much. So now that I've got it tied up, it'll start growing the right way. Yeah, this has been a fun experiment. Definitely doing these again next year. But like I said, I will do half of what's here. It's too crowded. Plus, I didn't prune. Some more beautiful tomatoes. Like I pruned the bottom, and that was it. And we are getting a few more of these that are like, but as far as I'm concerned, that's not blight. I think it's more of a deficiency. But just in case, I take it out of here. Yeah, I think they're gonna do well. Ooh, is that a big one? We got some really nice sized ones in here. And then there's the cherries on this side that have gone crazy. Well, let's go see the wildness of this side. Again, the tomato plants are at the top. I have one squash pumpkin, that one that I believe has fertilized, I'm hoping. That one did not, which is sad. There's nothing in here. I've looked all around. There's no fruit. A lot of leaves. Powdery mildew. It's just not working. But you know what? It was an experiment. We know better for next year. That one's growing over too. Got some tomatoes in here as well. Some nice ones. Next year too, I've decided I'm going to focus a lot more on canning tomatoes, so like paste style tomatoes. I've always done the beautiful heirlooms and whatnot, but you know what, honestly, I've come to the conclusion we don't eat a lot of tomatoes fresh. You know, a couple here and there, but for the most part, I use them all in canning, and I've just been using, you know, all the different colors and all the different slicers to make my sauces. Just mixing them all up, and it's been lovely, but you know, there's a lot of moisture, so I've had to boil it down and all that. So next year I think I'm going to try to focus a lot more on the paste. I will still do a handful of the slicers that I like, maybe a plant of each color or something, but then I'm going to focus mainly on the paste ones, because really the high tunnel is for production, and I want to be able to can as much as possible. And I mean, we'll see at the end of the season how many tomatoes this is, but I still don't think this will be enough to support my family, so I'll still have to figure out how to get more. I'll maybe buy some bushels from some farms, but hopefully it's enough. And these little cherries. The other tomatillo. This one looks really green and healthy compared to this one. And these are my super hot peppers. Not doing very well at all. They're just blooming now. There's not even a pepper on them, I don't think. And these take so long to, oh, there's one pepper here. To ripen it, I don't think it's going to happen before the end of the season, but I'm going to let them keep going. And look at the powdery mildew in here. It looks like snow. I have to come in and cut these all out and dispose of them. Burn them or something. But yeah. Oh, let me show you the one thing that's growing here. Ta-da! Not sure what it is. Kind of looks like a spaghetti squash. Trying to read the signs that are down there. Doesn't look like a Gerardella. Doesn't look like a candy roaster. Maybe it's one of these pumpkins. Oh, angel hair spaghetti. I bet you that's what it is. It's got that shape. We'll see. I think it'll be the one plant we get out of here. Oh well. Yeah, I wanted this to be a short video. Probably not going to do much editing, and I'll just post it. Just as a quick update. I'll try to do one in the front yard too. We're getting a few peppers here. Alright. I think that'll be good. Bye.